you want to pursue friendship. You don't want friendship to just happen to you. Ooh, I'm getting compliments on the chat from Richard. I must be doing something right. I mean, that's pretty unusual. And on a topic not related to politics, and he's giving me compliments and he seems engaged and interested. So I'm taking that as a major compliment. Thank you, Richard. Friendship is not just something that happens to you, or shouldn't be. It's not just, I was friends with somebody in 3rd grade, so I'm friends with them today. I'll just accidentally bump into people that then become my friends. Friendship is a value. Friends should be people you admire and who admire you. Friends should be people who reflect back to you the values that are important to you at some level. That give you visibility into your values, into your character, into the kind of things that you admire in human beings. So friends shouldn't just be people you like hanging around with. Friends shouldn't just be people you've hung around with in the past, therefore you will hang around with in the future. Friends should be the kind of people you really want to spend quality time with. Now, again, there are all kinds of levels of friends, and there's nothing wrong with people that you hang out with. They're just maybe small f friends rather than big F friends. There's a value in somebody who you've been friends with since kindergarten, because again, you have shared experiences. They're a little bit like family in that sense. But you should also seek out friends. You should look for opportunities to find people that you can respect and you can admire and that you can have a relationship with that share your values. You should go to places where they might be. I mean, a lot of you are out there, maybe have never met, for example, another fan of Ayn Rand's before. Well, go seek them out. Now, it doesn't guarantee that if somebody else is a fan of Ayn Rand, they're going to be your friend. It often isn't the case, and often the people you meet are disappointing. But yeah, you can do book club. Wanda Freeman says a book club. You can come to conferences. You can go to conferences of things that you enjoy. If you love classical music, you go to concerts. You go to maybe conferences that deal with a particular aspect of the thing that you love. If you have hobbies, get engaged with them. Look for people who share your hobby, who also share other values with you. Seek them out. Find good people. Surround yourself with good people at all kinds of levels. Good acquaintances, good people to hang out with, and good friends. People you can share everything with. The happy times, the sad times, the difficult times, the challenging times. You know, people who you could phone up and they will come to your side and help you out. Not because they feel sorry for you. Not because they feel some kind of altruistic moral obligation to do it. But because they love you in some important sense. You're important to their lives. People who you would get on a plane and fly to go see. If that had significance, if that meant something to them, if that would help them in some important way. So try to find people that you can have deep relationships with. They don't have to agree with you on everything. Many of the values that you share with friends are implicit. Not implicit. There has to be a certain sharing of moral values, at least at some level, right? Not everybody's going to be an objectivist, but at some level. They have to be honest people. They have to be a productive person. But they have to have a certain sense of life similar to you. They respond to certain things in a similar way to you. There has to be something that you admire about them. There has to be something in you that they admire. In you. the closer those bonds, the closer the friendship, I think the more fun one has in life, the more enjoyable life becomes, the more human interactions are meaningful, exciting, fun. I don't think you have to like the same movies. It depends on your friendship, right? Some people might not like the same movies, but might like the same music. But there has to be something you like doing together, valuing together, caring about together, seeking together, challenging yourself together. So pursue friends. Make an effort. Go find them. In a sense, challenge them to be your friends without being obnoxious and a jerk, because that won't lead you anywhere. And again, filter your friends. Make sure that you're acting out justice. That your good friends are really good. That your bad friends are no longer your friends. That you're not wasting time on people that don't deserve it. That you're investing in the people who do deserve it. That you're treating the different people the way they deserve. That you're not getting on a plane to travel across the country to see somebody you don't really like that much, but they were friends of yours in third grade and you've got some emotional attachment to them. Make sure that you're laser focused on your values, on your self-interest, on why it is that this person is a value to you. And again, as I said before, make sure there's no altruism there. Make sure there's no guilt motivating there. Make sure there's no sacrifice involved in the relationship. And, note that almost none of us have friends on Facebook. I mean, friends. We have friends, people we call friends. I mean, it's a little sad that they call it friends on Facebook because it devalues the term friendship. So when you say I have a friend, now what pops into people's mind is Facebook. Well, Facebook is acquaintances. Your good friends are there, your acquaintances are there, your mediocre friends are there, all kinds of people are there. Most of my friends on Facebook, I don't know. I have no idea who they are. They're certainly not my friends. So, make sure you understand what friendship is. Okay? And what you value about it, and that you're fully invested in it, and not everybody is on Facebook. Live interaction is necessary, I think, for friendship. I can go months without seeing my friends, without talking to my friends on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. I find it cold, and I just don't like phone calls. And I don't like Zooming with friends. I just don't like the intermediary. I like to see them in person, and it's fine. If I don't talk to them, don't see them on video, don't chat with them on Facebook or on chat for 5 months, I'm fine. Because when I see them, that's where the value happens. That's where I get it all. That's where the energy comes from. That's where I experience what it means to be their friend. So try to do it in 3 dimensionals. Try to do it in 3D in real life. Get vaccinated and go visit your friends. Right? Yeah, I'm on Zoom all day, doing interviews, interviewing people interviewing me, for raising money, all kinds of things, a million things. Research calls, this calls, that calls. It's a business medium. It's not a friendship medium. It's very difficult. So make the effort. Get vaccinated. Go visit your friends. Show that you care. All right.
And to begin with, I wonder if I can ask you to capsulize. I know this is difficult. Can I ask you to capsulize your philosophy? What is Randism?
First of all, I do not call it Randism, and I don't like that name. I call it objectivism.
All right.
Meaning a philosophy based on objective reality. Now let me explain it as briefly as I can. First, my philosophy is based on the concept that reality exists as an objective absolute, that man's mind, reason, is his means of perceiving it, and that man needs a rational morality. I am primarily the creator of a new code of morality which has so far been believed impossible, namely a morality not based on faith. Not on faith, not on arbitrary whim, not on emotion, not on arbitrary edict, mystical or social, but on reason, a morality which can be proved by means of logic, which can be demonstrated to be true and necessary.
All right. All right.
Now, may I define what my morality is?
All right.
Because this is merely an introduction. My morality is based on man's life as a standard of value. And since man's mind is his basic means of survival, I hold that if man wants to live on earth and to live as a human being, he has to hold reason as an absolute, by which I mean that he has to hold reason as his only guide to action, and that he must live by the independent judgment of his own mind, that his highest moral purpose is the achievement of his own happiness, and that he must not force other people nor accept their right to force him, that each man must live as an end in himself and follow his own rational self-interest.
All right, before we go on, reminder, please like the show. We've got 163 live listeners right now, 30 likes. That should be at least 100. I figure at least 100 of you actually like the show. Maybe there are like 60 of the Matthews out there who hate it. But at least the people who are liking it, you know, I want to see a thumbs up. There you go. Start liking it. I want to see that go to 100. All it takes is a click of a thing, whether you're looking at this. And you know, the likes matter. It's not an issue of my ego. It's an issue of the algorithm. The more you like something, the more the algorithm likes it. So, you know, and if you don't like the show, give it a thumbs down. Let's see your actual views being reflected in the likes. But if you like it, don't just sit there. Help get the show promoted. Of course, you should also share. And you can support the show at JaronBrooksShow.com/support, or on Patreon or Subscribestar or Locals, and show your support for the work, for the value hopefully you're receiving from this. And of course, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, even if you just come here to troll, or even if you're here like Matthew to defend Marx, then you should subscribe, because that way you'll know when to show up. You'll know what shows are on, when they're on. You'll get notified, right? So, yes, like, share, subscribe, support. Like, share, subscribe, support. There you go. Easy. Do one or all of those, please.